Dear Theresa, I wrote to you but you still ain't calling. I seen the cuts you've introduced and think that shit's appalling. We're screaming stop but still ahead you keep on walking. Working for the few, not the many, now the nation's falling. I thought about it how I put it in a song, listing ways you keep on taking and explaining that it's wrong. It shouldn't matter what you earn or where you're from. There's no doubt you got it rigged and we can see that it's a con. Listen, why's the NHS depleted with a lack of beds, and hunters on our screens spreading lies with a lack of sense? Underpaid nurses overworking, that's a massive mess. The Red Cross examined it, you ain't even passed the test. Tory thinking means you take more than you give, so if you privatize the rest it's like we'll have to pay to live. I understand it though, you've never had to struggle, so to empathize with us I guess you'd really have some trouble. See, I think it's pretty strange. How dare you profit from the population's pain? I see your motive, see your plan and see your aims. Out of touch and out of love is what's relating to your name. So, dear Theresa, what the hell do you think you're saying? First you fucked the NHS and now you're cutting education. Playing with our future like you have the right to sway it, breeding inequality. Your policies are devastating, see? Selective school means an unfair race. Conservative Britain is an unfair state. Unfair planning with your unfair mates. Inequality growing at unfair rates. Targeting the youth, well, wonder who is next. Educate yourself and look, you end up with a student debt. Hear the rain, I tell them better get an anorak. You graduate but start your adult life with a handicap. You think that kinda sucks, I think that's kinda fucked. That's why I'm out here writing letters, expressing and piping up. Yeah, that's why we're rising up. Put the evil to the back and put the people to the front. I often wonder how you sleep when you're all about the wealth and yet you demonize the weak. The reality is deep, the reality's on the street, and if you're seeing what we're seeing then it's bleak. Dear Theresa, how's it feel to be a record breaker? The biggest fall in living standards that they've ever taken. I see you like the power, you think you're elevating, and if your finger's on the button, bet you detonate it. A sure vote or any time for the combat, and where's hope in a 0-hour contract? This is more than minimal rage. This is minimum respect for your minimum wage. This has got the people pleading to get rid of the hate, as you slashing working rights up in this system of shame. Now we got the chance to vote and yeah, we're in it to gain. Something bigger than Theresa May is willing to change, because the gap between the rich and poor is getting bigger. You can paint a pretty picture but don't argue with the figures. Hope the people listen to the bullshit that you're printing, cause your mates own the papers, bet they wanna help you in it. To protect their own interest, protect what they've hidden. Foreign tax havens while Britain's debt ridden. I swear there's nothing scarier than what's envisioned. Strong and stable, that's the fable that you're spinning. So, dear Theresa, can you tell me why you're cold? You demonize the vulnerable and penalise the old. Yeah, those broken promises you're told got me thinking you're uncertain, and it's certain that it shows.